Hey, welcome back to another episode of Johnscryptotherapy. Today, we're going to look at a bigger structure. I want to look at exhaustion to show you guys what price is doing on a higher time frame. So we're going to take this diagram right here and we're going to draw it towards our left-hand side. So what I'm going to show you is a bigger picture of what price is trying to do. So this is what you see behind the scenes of structure. You see this volume profile. Volume profile is basically telling us where most of the transaction or majority of the transaction has been put or placed throughout this candle. And if you're looking at a Japanese candlesticks, you're not going to get the same information without this volume profile. Okay, so this indicator is everywhere, guys. There's a lot of volume profiles that you can use, but I want to show you guys why exhaustion is such a basic thing, especially in trading, okay, and why we could use it at bottoms and tops to reverse the ideas to start buying or start selling. So let's bring this back to a full circle, and I'm going to explain to you why now. The majority of my volume is located here, and majority of my transactions are willing to transact around here, and I'm seeing at the bottom, we're seeing a movement going back down, and we're seeing this as my volume profile. Okay, let's put this into our perspective right here. This is my volume profile. Okay, if this right here is my volume profile, I know my POC is located where the middle of this structure is going to be. Now, when I say there's no follow through, take a look at this volume profile on the bottom side right here. You're seeing that it's tapering off. Whenever a volume profile starts to taper off, that means no participants are interested in contracting or putting orders on the bottom to continue the value towards the downside. If over time we see a bigger bulge on the bottom, that means guess what? The profile will slowly change to a bigger dynamic on the bottom, telling us that, hey, we might want to be here on the bottom a little bit more. But in this case scenario, this is called a tapering off. We're seeing that the value is decreasing, that people are not willing to transact towards the bottom side. So that means this is such a high probability we're going strictly straight towards the point of control. Remember, once again, guys, the volume profile is a very unique way of looking at where majority of the market has been transacting for a long period of time. If this is my volume once again, and we're seeing low volume on the bottom, and we're seeing no one follow through. When I say follow through, guys, I want to see if a lot of sellers are interested in pushing the price lower. If they're not interested and we're barely seeing any volume located right here, that means guess what? It needs to rally back up towards the point of control to maybe get more sellers or to continue the pressure towards the upside and trying to find new buyers to push the price higher and then look for another value high and then go towards that POC in the long-term projection. So for now, guys, this is exhaustion. We're seeing prices exhausting in a bigger time frame and a bigger structure. We're seeing high volume in the middle, low taper off into the bottom. We're seeing barely no follow-throughs. We're seeing a lot of sellers. This is the sign telling me, guys, this might be the bottom of Ecomi. This is a lot of sellers with no follow through, with high sellers telling us, hey, this is not where price feels comfortable at this very moment. If that is the case, we are expecting a rally back towards the center. Wait for the break of the low volume towards the center, and you're already looking for a 5 to 10% move right there, guys. This is how you pile it up with small moves that make sense in the long term or the long distance. With high volume, we should be pushing lower. We should be transacting lower as well. We should see value creating towards the bottom, but value does not want to go towards the bottom. That means we're going back up towards the POC, and this is the idea that I'm going to be looking for throughout this week, towards the POC. And once it hits the POC, we will be looking for another position if price is going to continue back down or if it's going to rally a little bit higher. So once again, if you are looking for this trade setup, I'm only looking for this trade to go towards the POC, and if it does break above the next low value, then of course we're going to rally a little bit higher. So that is going to be my game plan. And if you guys are in my Telegram group, you would already know the signal has been placed, and I'm excited to see how this plays out. Other than that, thank you guys so much. Take it easy, and John out. Peace.